Good evening to one and all. The School of Ancient Wisdom is happy to welcome all of you to yet another learning session this evening. We thank you for your participation and welcome all of you in the ongoing webinar series. As always, I would like to begin with our school prayer. O hidden life, vibrant in every atom, O hidden light, shining in every creature, O hidden love, embracing all in oneness, know he is also one with every other. Thank you. So without any much delay, I hand over this platform to Dr. Sanjeev for the next 1 hour. Thank you.
Thank you. So let's start today's session. As all of you know, that this session is just Ask Me Anything, and this last session we have actually decided to not to ask about diseases. It shouldn't be a consultation. Once in a while, yes, we can. It's not that compulsory, but it shouldn't be only kind of a online consultation platform, because this is hosted by the School of Ancient Wisdom. That is more about Ayurveda, yoga, spirituality. Whatever I know, I can share. Whatever you know, you people can share. It's not that just I'm teaching here. No, we are learning here. So I'm ready to receive questions.
Already there are 2 questions in the chat box.
Yes, please. No, I joined late. You have to repost it.
Okay. Kindly explain about Agori Bhabas.
Oh my God. So, by whom? I would like to know who asked this question.
Actually, it was from Mahesh.
Mahesh ji, fine. I guessed
The
it.
further question in detailing will be the next question.
Okay. There are different types of sadhanas. Okay. So, Aghori sadhana is one of the type of sadhana. And Aghoris are called as Shiva Ganas. Means they're closest associates with Lord Shiva. Tantra, it's a part of Tantra. It's called as Aghori Tantra also. This whole Tantra part is always, it's called as Rahasya Vidya, because it required continuous dedication under the Guru, continuous sadhana, and this sadhana is something beyond materialistic realm or level, or only we use here as our body. Talks about complete non-judgmental detachment. If you observe Aghoris, like they live in ghats, smashanas, or very remote areas of jungle, and their practices like they drink water, in kapala, they eat flesh of the human body. I'm just saying few things because their whole lifestyle is extremely different, which is kind of, what do you say, uh, for us or for people who living in a materialistic world, it looks like a very weird or ugly, or there are many practices like that. Okay. Practices are very extremely weird, and those are very, very powerful also. Meet Agori Babas is a little difficult, means real Agori Babas, even real Naga sadhus. Okay, you get to see them in a Kumbh Mela. That too, very rarely. The real Agori Babas, they come to Kumbh Mela and just go back. They don't stay there. Even Naga sadhus, they stay there for months together there. The Naga, they're different practices, as well as Aghoris are different practices. Aghori is kind of pure Tantra sadhana, where whatever explained in Tantra, that is they attain and they get enlightened and they become one with Lord Shiva. Uh, these Tantra Vidyas are so kind of a deeper knowledge. If I tell you a few things, you get confused also. When we say Shiva, who is Shiva then? The Shiva is the one who has, that, Parvati as a wife, Ganesha and, Muruga or Subramanya as a son, their family, it is not that. Is Shiva is the same one who lives in Smashan or Ghats, which that he, apply the burnt ash to his body, having that Naga Bharana or that serpent as his jewelry. Is it Shiva? No. It's entirely different. When you talk about why Shiva is Nagabharana, why Shiva is Charmambara, why Shiva is Bhasma Bhushita, it's a very different discussion. So the immediate next line of practices comes as a Aghori. So their practices, their sadhanas are very different, and they connect easily to that Shiva Tattva, and they get into it. And I even heard that they just get vanished, means become one with Shiva when their sadhana ends. So, uh, Mahesh ji, I can talk much more about this. I can explain my experiences also, but this platform, I don't think I can say all those things. When we personally meet, definitely I can, in detail, I can explain about Agori Sadhana. Okay, and probably if I visit SAW or if you visit my office, what are the different types of yoga and how they are different from each other? Can you little refine this question? Did you mean by other things or what? Please explain me what exactly you want.
This is again a question from Mahesh.
Yeah, Mahesh ji. When you say different types of yoga, is it you want that you want to know difference between the Hatha yoga, Ashtanga yoga, power yoga, whatever blah blah yogas? What exactly you want to know?
Please tell us in brief so that how many types of yogas are there so that we will also come to know.
Okay, there are two things. Okay, one is yoga. We have to understand yoga as yoga. Yoga is nothing to do with asanas. Yoga has nothing to do with the movement of the body. That we have to understand first. Yoga means yujyati anena iti yoga. Over means that one which unites with another. It's called as yoga. In this context, this Atman connects with the Paramatman. That is yoga. Okay. So then when it comes to a materialistic or our human practices, they say yoga chitta vritti nirodha. So when we mature our thoughts, patterns, emotions, mind, everything, so automatically what happens? The chitta means mind. Vritti, it's cheshtas. Okay, nirodha. When we not suppressing, detach. Grow means, see, more we suppress, more it will come back to us. It's like there is a proverb, right? More you resist, more it persists. So the yoga journey should happen in such a way that we accept everything and we just experience it and then detach from it. Okay. Until and unless you experience it, you cannot detach because the curiosity always sits. So yoga journey is like that. Okay. So this is yoga. So nothing to do with your practice, like asana practices. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there are 196 verses. In that, only half of the one verse is say yoga. Sorry, sukham, uh, thiram sukham iti asana. Okay, means they explained asana. Only thing is the and comfortable posture is asana. In another way, also we can do whichever is uncomfortable posture when we practice. Nowhere in the yoga, as a yoga philosophy, asana has been given more important. This is a recent verse, probably. Okay, means the person who wants to have a yoga as a journey. Okay, so then that comes yama, niyama, practice. Means you have to, all the 8 limbs can be practiced, but you will achieve that slowly. So they are given more importance to stage. Then you can start your asana because you need physical strength, pranayama, you need mental and emotional strength, inner strength, then pratyahara, withdrawal, then dharana, you whatever your experience, you get into it, you get immersed into it, and last comes samadhi. Samadhi is not a materialistic attachment. I repeat it, materialistic attachment, not desires. Desire will be still there, attaining more binded with karma. Okay, I'm doing some karma here. We cannot come out of the karma at all. So this 8 limbs of practices helps to have a spiritual journey. Then comes nowadays yoga means asanas. So now they talk about hatha yoga. Uh, Hatha means the inhalation, exhalation. All the practices which are synced with your awareness as well as your breathing, the movement. That's called as hatha yoga. Then the human being has one unique uh, ability to modify, manipulate, and add something. Those things keeps on happening. Then came Ashtanga yoga. Different, you know, humanly added. Uh, this also can be called as Akriti yoga because we go to that posture. That is called as Akriti yoga. Uh, Nothing. Makarasana, the karmic impression or whatever impression we had when we over. No, it's not like that. Okay, that is different. By doing just a posture, you will not come out of the karmic conditions. If at all karmic conditions are there, karmic condition will be there. Effort, detach, and everything. Okay, so that's all about yoga. It's still more clear.
Anybody is having any questions, you can unmute and you can ask.
Right on the like you can post in the chat box. We have heard many different types. Meditation is one. Dhyana. Okay, when you talk about dhyana, now I'm telling something to you. For another 60 minutes, I'll be talking on one particular subject. If you listen to it means if you concentrate on each and every words which comes out of my mouth, whatever I'm telling, that is dhyana. If you are watching me on the screen and you're completely into me, you are watching my face, facial expression, whatever. Okay, you are just one pointedness towards my face, then it is dhyana. If you are observing your breath, then also it's dhyana. Okay, so there are not different types of meditation, different modality to it. You use different tools to it. One pointedness, to have this one pointedness or in one concentration, you will use maybe one color, or Trataka is also a dhyana. Yoga Nidra is also a dhyana. Okay, guided meditation is a dhyana. Uh, you will you close your eyes and if you try to see a jyoti in Chidakash, it's a dhyana. So these are different tools only, but the practice or making our mind to be in one point for a more duration, that is called as dhyana, nothing else. So you can use anything, whichever suits you. It depends on like one person, every person is different, right? So the person to person it differs, nothing else. Hypertension. Okay. Hyper means what? More, increased. Tension means what? Stressed. So this word itself has answer to it. You are means the person who is having hypertension, suffering from hypertension, that person is thinking too much, or his mind is hyper. He is extremely stressed. So the first and foremost is he should observe his mind to see why I am tense, why my mind works continuously. The first is one should observe himself. What is that continuous pattern created in the mind? Then the once he realizes, then it will come down. It will not calm down. Then the person should work on like his lifestyle, or start practicing meditation, start practicing pranayama. That will help. If the hypertension is materialized, his blood pressure is too much, is uncontrollable, or he's on the medications, then draw with along with Ayurveda medicines and pranayama meditations. Okay, so then identify their patterns by themselves. So that time, that person require counseling help also. Because all these things, it takes approximately 12 to 18 months to the person to come out of the medicine. Peanut is called as porous almond, right? It has a high protein. Okay, same time it increases pitta also. Okay, dependent on it. Okay, there are few vegetables or few fruits or few things which we say it can be consumed throughout the year. It's a part of our food habit, like honey, ghee, turmeric, or some Indian spices, all those things. But we are not supposed to, like, for example, in a fruit, the pomegranate, banana, papaya, okay, like this, rice, green gram, black gram. These can be like these things can be used throughout the year. But throughout the year, we're not supposed to use carrot, beans, potatoes. We cannot, we shouldn't use. So it is a seasonal. Okay, so peanut once in a while, yes, it is good. But people I have seen who consumes peanut like these and fried peanuts without removing that, what do you say, its peel, then it may increase pitta in your body. Okay. Otherwise, peanut can be used throughout the year also, but once in a while, not daily. Okay, it's not only about turmeric here. I'll talk about this, uh, you know,
So one second, sir.
health sup. Yeah.
Kashmira ma'am, yes, you unmuted. Do you have any question?
Yeah, I had
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
a nut. I wanted to know about almonds because I always take almonds as is in the morning, but I read somewhere that you should always soak them and then remove the skin and eat it. What does Ayurveda say about that?
Yes. Okay. See, almonds comes from which place? It's always almonds, walnut. This grows in a cold region. Okay. So when we consume those dry fruits in a tropical region, we have to soak it at least 4 to 6 hours before consuming it, and we have to remove its outer layer. Then only we can consume it. Otherwise, it will have its own, little kind of a side effect, as well as if you eat dry fruit as it is, it doesn't get digested in the body.
Thank you for clarifying. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Any more questions, or I can explain this?
Is there anybody? Like, if you're comfortable, you can unmute and ask the question, or else even you can type it in the chat box.
Yeah. By the time I'll finish this question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So much health conscious, right? And we started consuming so many these capsules, health capsules. So nowadays everything is herbal. You get ashwagandha, you get turmeric, you get, what is that? Shatavar, everything you get it. But we are missing one point here. All these capsules or tablets of this health supplement, what we are taking is alkaloids. For example, turmeric. Turmeric when we use, what we do. For example, four people, we are preparing some curry or something for four people. What we do, we approximately add quarter or less than quarter teaspoon of turmeric powder. I'm talking about whole turmeric powder. Okay. And turmeric is not water soluble. If you add in the water, you see it, the, very, what do you say, dust kind of a things is settled down in the base of the glass.
Residue.
Okay. Yeah. So, but your water will become yellow because in turmeric, it's only approximately 7 to 8% of turmeric are water soluble. Other than that, is not water soluble. So when you consume it, it has to go through a digestive process. Then also the body enzymes will withdraw, or it consumes little quantity of turmeric in our body. So now whatever we are taking, you get a curcumin, in name, they say curcumin capsules, you get it. It's approximately 485 milligram in one 500 milligram capsule. The curcumin alkaloid, it's an alkaloid. It's called as curcuminoid. So it is extracted from the whole curcumin or whole turmeric. Just imagine, our body doesn't just consume those alkaloids. The nature gives us a complete package to us, so that when we consume it, it will have its own content to digest it. And if at all it has some toxic effect in the body, that particular herb or the things will have its own content to nullify it. That's how the nature is designed. So now when you are consuming just the alkaloids, means it's called as active ingredient. They name it as active ingredient. In turmeric, active ingredient curcuminoid. So you are consuming only that and feeding the body in a high dosage. For example, 480 or you consider 500 milligram of curcuminoid, it is equal to approximately 1.5 to 2 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Okay, when the person is having some severe symptoms or diseases, that time higher dosage of any medicines we allow them to take it. But if you are taking it continuously, or anything, if you take higher dosage continuously, it will have its own impact on the body. I've told you in the last sessions also, if you take honey, more dosage, more honey every day, it will have a negative impact on our body. If you consume honey with any hot substances like hot water and lime, anything, okay, it has its own toxic effect on the body. The same time, if you take turmeric more, it has its own, I'm not saying side effect. So there are, when you consume something more, it will have its own effect, right? Even though milk is good for your body, drink 1 to 1.5 liters of milk continuously, you start puking, or you may have a loose motion, isn't it? So when we are using herb as a herb, I always advise take herb as a herb only, not just active ingredient. Taking out active ingredient is not allowed, because we don't know how much body consumes. We don't know how much body's requirement. Anything you push it, force it more into your body, body will reject, body will react. That is the reason anything which comes, new, we shouldn't just go ahead with. I'll add some more fact for this before answering the second question. Nowadays everybody is behind this millets. Okay, millets are not for everyday food. Millets shouldn't be like rice, or temporarily as a medicine can be used. We also recommend millets for some diseases, or some for a short time. Okay, otherwise having millets every day will definitely have an impact on the body. Okay, so next question, can you kindly share personal experience with Yamal Master's supernatural powers? Okay, who asked this?
Mahesh.
Again, Mahesh has two different IDs. Mahesh ji,
I'm stuck in traffic, doctor, but I'm still listening to all your queries.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Before I answer your question, please buy a book, Living with the Himalayan Masters from Swami Rama. He is my guru also.
I read that.
Then answer is there. Okay,
No,
supernatural powers and siddhis. We shouldn't go. I have met many people with siddhis. I have met.
Your personal experience, doctor.
Yeah, I have met many people who having amazing powers, siddhis, all those things. But my first guru is was Swami Rama, and my first spiritual book was Living with Himalayan Masters in my life. And I was around 17 years old. I was in Mysore. I'd gone to a bookshop to buy my own medical books. So the book owner just gave me this book, Living with the Himalayan Master, Kannada version. And I was a very, kind of student. I said, I don't want this book. He said, I'm giving you free of cost. I'm not charging you. Read this. Okay. After reading this book, 3 days, I couldn't come out of my own field. I didn't go to college. Within 1 week, I met someone, and that person just dominated me with his, unconditional love and compassion. He just dragged me, and he took me to his, place, and then he told me that he's very close to Swami Rama. He is a first student of that first circle of Swami Rama, and we had 2 to 3 days. We had a great talk and all those things. That's where my spiritual journey started. So, 2011 onwards, I started going to Himalayas. I had a beautiful foundation from Swami Rama and his student, his Shishya only, who has nurtured me, who has shaped me, who has, slowly made me to go practice spiritual experiences. And myself had gone through, or experienced so many, all those things. But in Living with Himalayan Master, they say the powers, siddhis, are kind of going to Himalayas. So I met many saints who are uh, fake nagas. Them, when we see them, they don't look like a sannyasis, but they are great sadhus. They live in a very colors, all those things. So it's like a beautiful experience. I have met many people who, in their after taking sannyasa, they haven't, used any vehicle in their life. December, January, as well as some like mid till mid February, Rishikesh and all, like, it's extremely cold. And 4 o'clock in the morning, you cannot take bath in Ganga. And I've seen these sadhus; they easily take bath. They're the sadhana, like even some part of Himalaya where completely snow. There is nothing, but still they don't wear anything. Don't need anything. After seeing all those things, after almost 10, 11 years of experiences, I have launched, last year, we had launched one program called Dr. Sanjeev's Lifeline. My tagline was the same thing. If extreme cold without cloth to wear, they can lead a wonderful life, like healthy life, fit life. Why can't we here, with plenty of oxygen, plenty of food, plenty of accessibility to all sources, whatever we need, why can't we lead? I know there's something missing there, but that missing can be achieved here. Okay, so Mahesh, you should join with me next Himalayan journey. Every time you're asking,
So
Same
this is
questions.
provoking an
No,
interest in all of us. So we would like to listen to it, bit
Yeah,
elaborated.
we will plan some time. Okay, we'll go. But now present time is not good for the Himalayan journey because the temperature is very, very high there unless we go to mountain. Okay, Rishikesh and all or Gangotri are a little hot now. Probably November, December month plan. I will. I have learned beautiful techniques from these sadhus and all, where in low temperature you can still live with minimal clothes and you can still experience sweating. Okay, I will make you experience when you are there. It doesn't require any prerequisite. Okay.
Sir,
Yes, I'm listening.
okay. Sir, we don't want it to be concluded with Mahesh. So kindly elaborate the topic if we are okay with in the next class so that this is provoking a kind of curiosity in us. So even we would also like to know more about this Himalayan sadhus, Agori Babas.
I'll I'll give
So
more
these are
example
unanswered
experience.
questions.
Yeah,
So yes.
I'll share my personal experience also. Like I had gone through from nowhere somebody comes and rescue us. All those things happen. I'll share definitely share with you. How
Okay.
do you conduct clinical trials in Ayurveda? Yes, yes, please. I'm listening.
Before going to the last question, I request if any of the participants have any question, kindly unmute and ask question, or even you can put it in a chat box. If not, we'll further proceed to the next question that is last for the day. Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you conduct clinical trials in Ayurveda? On which animal? How do you get into conclusion while preparing kashaya? Wonderful question. Okay. Ayurveda is such a beautiful science. It doesn't require any research or clinical trials. Period. Okay. Ayurveda has explained everything in a such a they have covered minute details in Ayurveda. When we prepare kashaya, grata, asava, arishta, whole world doesn't ask for it. Okay. Now, if I have some formula, means with my knowledge or samhitas like Sushruta Samhita, Bhagavata Samhita, Ashtanga Sangraha, Charaka Samhita, there are many things, Bhavaprakasha, Yoga Ratnakara, there are many things. Okay. That means one person's is a it's one person's formula. It is not explained in Ayurveda. Then what they do, all the herb, for example, if at all I use one Brahmi, one ashwagandha, one shatavari or turmeric, one pepper, for example, I'm taking. I'm talking about modern. Okay, what are the alkaloids are there? What are the benefits? Everything is already done in a modern labs. All the basis of the modern evaluation done or the research paper as a reference. Once the medicine is prepared, toxicity test, human threshold test. There are many tests. Okay, whether it has any chemicals or they will evaluate. And the last one, we will talk about active ingredient to the lab to check. So only those parameters lab will check and give the green signal. So here animal product. Okay. So, but when you talk about classical preparation, there will be a every batch, every pharma company, they randomly pick one bottle and send for these tests. lab investigation to avoid toxic content in it, nothing else.
Okay.
Any more questions? We have another 15 minutes. 7:15.
Any questions from anyone? Sir, actually, I wanted to ask, like,
Yes.
while doing the clinical trials, for example, or any kashaya or any tablet that we are coming up, how many days it might take? Like, if you have explained the pharmacognosy, ecology, everything, even though you need some approval from the government. So, in that case, how many days it might take for one tablet?
Okay, once, for example, I have my own formulations and I have followed all the things which I explained just now. Then with the patients. Okay, so what I will do, I will either, if I'm a doctor, I will do it myself, as well as I give it to, there are many now hospitals and okay, so where patient is aware that what he is taking and why he is taking, because already the toxicity and all other human threshold, all those things has been ruled out. So there will be a zero kind of a side effect. Only thing is whether this formulation works on that particular diseases, that has to be done in a clinical trial. So that will be done with the help of other doctors or organizations. So approximately it takes 6 to 8 months or sometime 1 year, depending on the data of how you collect. Because when you talk about data, there are different things we have to do, like male, female, age groups, severity, all those things we have to check. It takes time.
Geographical area also matters,
Yeah,
sir?
yeah, that matters. Yes. Okay, so symptoms, associated symptoms, there are many, many things. Like it's in a detail, it takes time. Minimum on that particular criteria.
Sir, I have one small doubt. Like how in allopathy we have injections, glucose, everything as an instant when a person meets with an accident. Like that, do we have an instant medication so
Okay,
that it can be
I'll
stopped?
I'll give you a little weird answer for this. Okay. Okay, there will be a blood loss, right? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So when you look into it, there'll be a huge blood loss on the road. What is the quantity of blood one human will have? I want you to answer. I want you to answer.
3 liters.
Approximately, isn't it? Imagine if the person is losing 2 liters of blood on the road. Do you think he can live?
No.
No, right? Then what is the our body fluid, right? So when the person who's an accident person, when he goes to hospital, immediately they will not give him blood. They will give you that saline water or the glucose water, right? They
Yes.
do infusion. Yeah, that is means to maintain the that what is the fluid loss. Okay, then if there is a blood loss, it will be replaced. This is the procedure, right? So that is what required in. Then your question is what olden days they used to do. Okay,
Correct.
see, it's very simple. There are many things. For example, if you have you ever tried drink two tender coconut and within 40 minutes you urinate? Have you observed it?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I'm not talking about Ayurvedic way. I'm talking about general way. Okay, so what happens? What he requires is immediately give him to get a coconut. He will come out. Then take him to hospital. It's required. Suture is required. The wound has been place. If some person is burned, okay, if you have aloe vera, just apply it. It works like any other. Like if immediately aloe vera has been applied to any wound or burnt wound, within 7 days you will not even see marks. There are, solution available. We don't look into it. The second thing, okay, do you think Ayurveda doesn't have quick action? Okay, first one is Ayurveda has. Ayurveda medicine works, faster than allopathy. We should know what to give, when to give. There is something called as Atyayaka Chikitsa. There's a division in our Ayurveda that talks about Atyayaka Chikitsa. Means what? Emergency medicine. We have emergency medicine, but we don't practice. It means it is not into the practice. People don't come to us, right? People, when the disease starts, people go to allopathy. Then allopathy, like modern medicine, fails. Then they come to us. So the time period, they have taken or tried with some other medicine, some other system, is almost more than 1-2 years. So that then you shouldn't expect, or you cannot expect immediate result, because body has gone through some other level, or some other damage to a deeper level. To come back, it takes time. I see from past 23 years I'm practicing in Bangalore, as well as we get emergency patients. The people come to me when the onset of the disease, and they take Ayurveda, and they get a benefit. It is possible. Many of my friends, they practice emergency medicines, only emergency medicine. Okay, and they have emergency unit also. They take care of emergency only by Ayurveda. It is possible, but the people do not have awareness, right? People come to me, cancer 4th stage, that too the chemo and everything is over. Modern medicine says, now we can't do anything. Then they come to me and they ask me, please do something. What can be done? Where patient doesn't have ability to digest the medicine, what we can do? Ayurveda is not a kind of some siddhi or something, right? Just do miracle kind of things. No, the body has to go through a kind of a transformation. It doesn't happen. If the person having ability to digest food, digest medicine, to get the efficacy of that medicine, then something can be done. So we need to have a awareness, in the mind, but we have to go to Ayurveda, and we have to get the Ayurveda treatment initially. Those things we need.
Sir, I have one more question.
Yes.
Kindly correct me if I'm wrong. Like in allopathy, they are taking the chemical constituent, which cures or which helps in um, elevating the health. Whereas
Yep.
in Ayurveda also, we are taking it in a crude form or a little more um, uh, processed form. So what is the difference between these two, sir? Why it fails?
Show me one patient where they have treated thyroid and stopped the medicine. Show me one patient where they have treated hypertension. Show me one patient where they have treated diabetes and they stop the medicine. Show me one patient where they have treated uterine disorders and stop the medicines. Show me.
No, sir. What I'm
I
asking.
can give you so many lists. The major difference in Ayurveda and allopathy is Ayurveda talks about the cause of the diseases, the complete pathogenesis of the diseases, and the onset of the symptoms, and we talk about the reversing it. Okay, modern medicine doesn't talk about it. Modern medicine talks about how I can make this person live. That's it. Got it? Whether the person is in a coma, whether the person is on the bed, it doesn't matter for them. If he's living with some medicine, that is it. I'm not I'm not denying the fact that modern medicine has the greatest contribution when it comes to emergency, when it comes to some, pandemic, all those things. I agree with it. But it is only kind of a symptomatic, as well as keeping those value under control. It is not. It is not just increase in the sugar level. Diabetes is because of your digestive system is gone completely gone for toss. Okay, because of the wrong lifestyle for many years it happened to. So bringing control only the with cardiac disorder. Why they are suffering from with kidney disorder? Because of the medicine's effect. Because the only aim is to bring down the reading. No, the cause is something else. You're haunting with so much. Taking diabetes as well as BP, but you take thyroid every 6 months, 1 year, it has to be increased. It's called as like we treat the body, not the disease. We have to treat the body. Okay. Permanently, the person or patient who is suffering, he will revive. Here's a question from Manjunath. Any side effects? Because they couldn't do much clinical trial or study. One vaccine because of the severity of, or it was a whole globe was suffering. So that time they to be known. There are many. It is true. There are many things, many side effects. Bacterial disorder. If you sweat more, it comes. Your scalp should be very clean, or possible to come out of it. You have to wash your comb every day with hot water, because even you can use what do you say that lemon, sorry, when people they come out of the, crush the onion, just apply. It'll slightly give a burning sensation that you can come out of it. Oil your hair and shampoo it. Sweat, if you sweat, take a bath. Keep your scalp very clean. Then only dandruff can come out of dandruff. And sometimes dandruff is.
Sir, he says that he's taking egg white and along with the hibiscus flower paste. Will that be okay?
Yeah, it nourishes the things, but he has to keep this. Shampooing is required.
Sir, he's asking instead of shampoo, can he use shikakai or soap nuts?
Okay. Then we had a wonderful session today. And probably from SAW we can have a Himalayan. Spend some quality time, absorb the Himalayan vibes, be with the mountains. it's possible. I have a spiritual brother. He's around now 80. He's so young. He's in spirituality at a very young age. From Kathmandu, Nepal, till Mount Kailash and came back by walk 3 times in his lifetime. You can imagine, we need to wear snow boots, thermal wear, woolen gloves, thick socks. On he had traveled, not now, 15 years back. This is called as Himalayan Siddhi. He's still alive. Okay, and he's part of the Aghori Tantra, Aghori practices. It is. Okay, see you again next Wednesday, same. And more experience to share. Take care. Till then.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Kindly prepare with the questions, whatever the doubts you have in the next session. Thank you so much. We shall meet tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. for Thursday satsang.